We have 5 thematic areas that we're supposed to discuss here today, that we can be able to see the Maa go forward and stop being stagnated or stop getting lost. One of the thematic areas is education. And in education, what we want to talk about is to see how we can uplift our children. And by the way, we are talking about the girl child for so long, but generally, right now, the boy child is in trouble. And so what we want to talk about is including the boy child, so that the boy child does not come out lower than the girl to the point where our boys don't get wives because the wives are too high. We have a lot of split because of our clanism, and those are things that we want to come and discuss here, genuinely discuss and see which way forward for our community, so that we do not divide ourselves, instead we unify that factor. That factor becomes unifying other than divisive.
We have very cross-cutting issues like pastoralism, our way of life, our culture, our cultural identity, our unity as a people, our contribution to the nation of Kenya, and nation building, and also the pride that we are the founding community of this country.
We're bringing in new ways of honoring that rite of passage sort of conversation, which is very important, because during that time of AGM, there's a certain kind of training, that the girl child is given. So we're trying to see if we can still maintain that, model it with the word of God, but avoid mutilating the girl child.
For a long time, we've not had titles in Maasai land, and without your own document, then it becomes a problem, because the government has rights. You know, the government has rights for the minerals in the ground. The government has rights. So we need to make sure that whatever belongs to us is given to us and considered and recognized as our
cultural promotion through brand identity and patenting our culture is largely going to impact the women economically and positively in that sense.
I've started a program where we are engaging all the 47 governors, county governors in Kenya, and we're working very closely with the State Department for Culture and other relevant government agencies. First of all, to be able to identify and promote the cultures of each and every community in Kenya, because each one of them has got some very unique aspects of culture. If you go to the Turkana, they have a very unique culture. You go to the Kikuyu, you go to the Luo, you go to the Mijikenda, you go to the Maasai, go to the Samburu, and all the communities, they have some very specific culture. And we are working very closely with the State Department for Culture to see where we can be able to patent, where we can be able to protect indigenous communities and their cultures as a component of heritage. Because tourism, for example, looks at heritage. If you may realize, many countries in the world protect their identity. They protect what portrays them as the people that they are. And therefore, even for them to really talk about preserving their culture, we will be able to support them 100%, just like we are supporting every community to protect and promote their unique identity, their unique culture.